Hi, I'm Tom Gluck and I'm with Gluck Plus. We're an architectural firm in New York City. I'm here today to show you a house that I designed for myself and my family up in the Catskill Mountains. We call it the Tower House, but it's sometimes referred to as a tree house for grown-ups. We chose to build a house here because it has views of the Catskill mountain range beyond. And another interesting aspect of the exterior of the house is that we chose to clad it in glass, which is a reflective material. We knew we wanted the building to relate to its natural surroundings, but rather than wrapping it with wood or something more natural, we chose this reflective material, which reflects the trees and clouds and the mountain range beyond. One of the things you notice when you first come in the house is how small the footprint is on the ground floor. This allowed it to have a very minimal impact on the landscape around it. One of the building's most apparent features is its stair, and that's a function of this being a 4-story house. The bedrooms, each with its own bathroom, is on its own floor, but the real purpose of them was to stack the building up so that the living room could be on the top floor to access the views. One question we're often asked is, why do we paint the stairs yellow? Part of it was to highlight this main feature of the building, but the other part is just to add an element of playfulness. Another key aspect of the stair is the role it plays for passively heating and cooling the house. In the winter, this south-facing glass heats up and it radiates warmth back into the living spaces. And in the summer, this hot air rises and we open up a hatch onto the roof, and that draws cool air from down below on the northern side, such that even on the hottest days, we don't need any air conditioning. As you come up to the main living floor, you pass through the kitchen here. As we were designing the kitchen, we were combating two issues. One was the desire to keep it open so you could see from the stair to the living room, and then the other was making a functional kitchen. The intuitive thing would have put the counters on the outside walls, but because we wanted to maintain this flow all the way around, we compacted them, and it actually functions as a very efficient cooking place. So this is what the house is really all about. And you finally gotten to the top of the stairs and you're up in the living room, cantilevered out around the trees. You have views of the high peaks of the Catskill Mountains. All the corners have windows in them, and you can watch the weather pass and the change and the trees blow in the wind. There were a whole handful of design choices we've made that help support this experience. One of them is the fact that we painted the floors white. That's wood flooring, but we painted in the same color as the walls and the ceiling. And this helps contribute to kind of the feeling of it being a pure volume, that it's equal on all sides. And that helps kind of create an environment as if you're floating this pure volume of space lifted up here in the trees. One of the key aspects of the sustainable design of the house is the ability to shut the house down when there's no one here. So what we do is we close these doors. It has the kitchen on this floor and then the bathrooms which stack directly below it, and we only heat this very small 14 by 14 foot core, which leaves these other spaces, which are the primary living spaces, open, and we don't have to pay a penalty for heating them when there's no one here for this huge amount of glass, which is what being in the building is all about. Right now we're sitting in the living room. The view is behind me and the fireplace in front, and dining room and secondary seating areas are off to this side, but it's really one big space. The goal of designing this house was really to create an environment to relax, to get away from our hectic lives in the cities. So there's one more space I'd like to show you, so follow me. And so like every good upside-down house, the conventional backyard barbecue and deck are on the roof, with incredible views out over the mountains and the trees around. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for coming.